What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live. And today, I'm back at the pool. Y'all might have seen some of my other videos throughout my channel, about being at the pool. Yeah, I've grown, you know what I mean? You can see my growth throughout the videos from the pool. It was probably towards in the summertime, approaching fall, and now it's like springtime. So some time has passed, and I'm back at the pool. It's actually starting to warm up outside here. I'm ready for it to be consistently warm where we don't have to wear long sleeve shirts and hoodies and whatnot, where we can comfortably have, short sleeve clothes and whatnot. But anyways, what I have to say is talking about the Nipsey Hussle, situation. Like sometimes it really can bring some dark clouds over our heads whenever things like this happens. Cause shout out to Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart. The brother was bringing out a good message, speaking about how there's very few people that use music, their musical platform for the truth, okay? And it's frustrating, you know what I mean? Because I'm much younger than Ralph, but I guess I've been inspired by him and some other people in the health world, to go this route of righteousness. And it hasn't been perfect, it hasn't been easy, but I have seen a significant change within my life. And, things really had the opportunity to turn out a lot worse than, okay, someone was really loud over there. They had the opportunity to turn out much worse, within my life. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the things I might have gone through, mistakes, especially within the last 2 years since I became a vegan, and even before then. But, throughout my life, things had the opportunity to be a lot worse if I didn't, you know, make the wisest decisions I possibly can. And now I guess it's like a relief. I still wish I was able to change certain things, but I'm grateful that, things really didn't get, I didn't make even more stupid, unwise choices or decisions, to keep me safe. And, it's hard to be honest because a lot of times, you know, I guess along my journey, we grow up in school and we're black, white, Mexican, all these different races. You know what I'm saying? There's this division amongst everybody, and it's like a competition from either with girls, like to have as many girls as you can, or to have as many guys as you can. It's like this war, not really so much of family, is what I've noticed. Sometimes there would be glimpses of family here on the planet Earth. I'm talking about the whole collective. But you know what I'm saying? Because we all came from one root, and we multiplied into millions and billions of people throughout eternity, and when I see stuff like this, when I see, the music nowadays, like, I'm not even gonna lie, what is it? You know what I mean? Because when I was growing up, my parents, they always played, Bob Marley, you know what I mean? Some Marvin Gaye, Temptations, classical music, some country here and there, some Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Some old school hip hop, not that much hip hop or rap, some Shania Twain, you know what I'm saying? Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys, Earth, Wind, and Fire, like really just soulful, James Brown, soulful, loving people, to bring out a good, inspiring message. And that's why, throughout my life, I always felt different because a lot of times, guess what? You hear this other crowd and group of people, and they just want to listen to violent stuff about, degrading women, gangs, stealing stuff, like all types of just havoc and chaos going on. And I'm not gonna lie, I did start to force my way into that crowd, even though I knew I didn't like it. And guess what? In that crowd, I felt very, very, very unsafe. I felt uncomfortable, and I guess I had to go through that uncomfortable experience to realize, hey, you shouldn't be feeling like scared for your life or you're selling your soul. You know what I mean? You should just feel welcomed and celebrated and, at peace wherever you are, and you know, it's been hard to realize that because I've always liked, inspirational type of movies, Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, Rocky Balboa, all the Rocky Balboa movie series with Sylvester Stallone, you know, all like a lot of Will Smith movies, to be honest. That's probably one of my favorite actors, from Fresh Prince to Hitch to Hancock to Pursuit of Happiness to 7 Pounds to I Am Legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a lot of movies that I was just really into, Denzel Washington, The Great Debaters, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, I like those films because they brought a smile to our face. As a young child, you see a heroic type of movie atmosphere, to inspire you to smile and overcome whatever you're going through in life, and the music, you hear the beats, some of these songs and the beats go cool, but then you hear the lyrics and it's like, are you serious? And this is what's viral. Check this out. Some people, like myself, can put out something helping people out with food, with relationship, with experience, with all types of stuff. And guess what? Maybe only a certain small amount of people will see it, But then somebody else can put a video, a song, lyrics on the radio or whatever, on Apple Music, SoundCloud, whatever, for violence, for killing people, for tattoos, for guns, for prescription medication, for lustful desires, for, like adultery, like all types of stuff on a massive stage, getting in our heads. And I used to be around that for a little while, but then that's especially throughout high school as I was starting to graduate and after high school, people started to separate ways. People started to go different ways, and it was a tough pill to swallow. But that's honestly when I started to become vegan, because I focused on the message that was being provided, and I'm like, dang, I really don't have a desire to get tattoos, and there's nothing wrong with people that have tattoos. It's just I felt so forced, like, oh, hey, guess what? You gotta have tattoos. You gotta have all these expensive chains. You gotta go steal cars. You gotta have multiple women, be unfaithful, all this crap, just destructive lifestyle through the music, and they know what they're doing too, okay? And that's why I felt when I withdrew myself from being in that circus, like, it was very lonely, it was a healing process, a rehab process, literally, but it's like you feel so alone because you see the grand stage. You see, hey, guess what? We all started out in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Whatever color or whatever language, whatever you think you are, we all started out in nature, okay? Without a cell phone, without fast food, burgers and French fries and all that crap, All we started out with was just green vegetation and fruits and vegetables and herbs and spices. You know what I'm saying? There was no Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepsi or Dr. Pepper, there was no any of that stuff, okay? And now people have been blessed with magnificent talents, genetical structure, DNA, whatever you want to call it, and they're using it for the worst. Literally, they're using it in harmful sense, like that lead us to destructive paths. People that their ancestors and their ancestry is so strong and has so much potential to bring about amazing change, and throughout time somehow there's been a switch up, somehow there's been manipulation, somehow there's been lies that enter within their spirit, and they get on the stage and they want to dance around and try to lead us to do things like drinking prescription cough syrup, to violence, to all types of stuff, rapping. Listen to the lyrics and ask yourself, what are they really talking about? And ask yourself, is this truly what I support in my life, Because I don't, all of it, you know what I'm saying? People who I actually felt a smile within my heart and, a sense of peace within my spirit. Let's see, Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill, who else? Earth, Wind, and Fire, Marvin Gaye, Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Um, there's few people, it's few people, but you know what I'm talking about. And these people know what I'm talking about too. There's people out there with ins- insane amount of followers on Instagram, Twitter, even YouTube, all types of sites, Snapchat, everything. And guess what does it come into? It comes into, oh, let me just post a picture of this. You get millions of likes, and it's just a lot of silence. You know what I'm saying? Silence that has the potential to actually be expression. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to, you know, not talk 24/7, but you know what I mean. There's people out there that have the capability to really speak about truth of life. Okay, because look at me. You know what I'm saying? Along my experience, I've been through some really treacherous upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Not so much violent, but just very hard times, as a middle class, whatever you want to call it. I didn't have everything handed to me, and I didn't have the worst of the worst. It's just there's people out there that have the capability to really bring about some amazing change, and sometimes it really honestly gets me angry. I'm not even gonna lie, because those people, they step out of their character, and it's like, they want to act like they don't know. They want to act like they're this person. They want to act like they were born like this, born hating, born with these lyrics that are not true, you know. And honestly, I don't know of a true rapper out there, artist out there, to be real. Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart mentioned somebody on his video Instagram live story today. I forgot the name, but like I guess he says that's it, and I agree with it because guess what? All throughout these years, I've always been the one, to want to speak up, to share what's on my heart, and all that stuff. And guess what? Very rarely is it actually understood. Very rarely is it actually connected. Very rarely is it actually watched and viewed, And that's why along my journey, I felt like I've had to be quiet too, since it seems like everybody else is quiet. Because I see these mainstream people all of a sudden having these Lamborghinis and Rolex watches and drugs and everything. And guess what? We think we've got to do the same thing, And, if you have these material possessions, congratulations. But at the same time, really, you need to check yourself and see if you truly are giving to the community, if you truly are giving out a loving message about the truth of the planet. Because honestly, that becomes like, you know, that becomes the fad that everybody wants to do, the trend. Everybody wants to go to the club. Everybody wants to go to get drunk. Everybody wants to go do drugs. Everybody wants to go cheat and steal and lie and, get tattoos and have prescription cough syrup and cough medicine and prescription pills and, you know, that type of stuff. Nobody wants to actually step up and actually be real as a man and a woman. People want to start this spiritual warfare. Like, can nobody ever just actually get along, and not trying to twist words, not trying to twist their voice, trying to twist other people's voices, trying to interfere with other people's stuff, trying to, like just be a terrorist. You know what I'm saying? Like, when can people actually be the change? When you hear Bob Marley's music, one love, let's get together and be all right, and is this love, is this love, and Buffalo Soldier and every little thing's gonna be all right. All these songs, you know what? People actually were coming together and singing the songs together, with their lighters, waving across back and forth, with a hug, and Yeah, it's just universal. You know what I'm saying? And it's for humanity. It's not just a certain. Oh, hey, guess what? We do this. Y'all gotta be it too. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they weren't disrespecting women, speaking about them in a lower nature, talking about another person's woman or man, you know what I'm saying? This competition, these lustful desires, these adultery acts of life, And it's like throughout this point in life, honestly, it feels like I've been weaving my way throughout all this crap, to the left side, to the right side, to the left side, to the right side. And it sucks, because the only way to make it in the music industry big is to sell your soul. And this whole time I was wondering, what is it? You know what I mean? What's the deal? Like what is it? What do you have to do to make it? For those people who have been through some real stuff, in within their heart space, this average normal people, still authentic, but just, they we stick within our true hearts, heart space, harmonious with the universe, with family, and we're wondering, like, where are those people at with power, where are Jay-Z and Beyonce? They have billions of dollars, right? Why are they so quiet? How come I don't see them coming to town giving us that are barely trying to make enough money for food or whatever? How come they're not spreading awareness? How come they're not giving out food and encouraging us? How come they're not saying stuff? And they're not the only ones. All these other people too. Ariana Grande, a lot of people are very quiet and just doing it for themselves. And that's just the truth. I'm not scared of anybody because I'm not harming anybody at all. I'm just keeping it true because it's like it becomes so tiresome for those of us who are going to work, going to school, going to just try to relax and just meditate away from problems just for a few minutes. Like, it's frustrating because you see the illusion, you see what's going on. And it gets old. It gets real old because that's what everybody's chasing, is to go to the club, to get drunk, to buy guns, to get tattoos, to compete, to act like they're just, you know, on top of the world, above everybody else. And it just gets old to see that, is what I'm saying, okay? I desire one day to see people actually work together as a family, for real, for real. Not trying to twist things, not trying to be, you know, a smart ass, you know what I'm saying? But to be true. That's what real love is where you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna put myself in their shoes, you know? And now I don't know everything, it's just, I'm speaking truth about it because when I see these things on social media or I hear these things on the radio and this and that about certain music celebrities and everything, it's like, I don't vibe with it, you know what I'm saying? Why did I vibe with certain people and not with other people? And it's not even about skin color or race or nationality or anything. It's about the energy. And that's the truth. And that's what I'm saying about there's gross misinformation amongst the world. Like, people are blessed with an amazing talents, genetic structure, whatever you want to call it, and they just throw it away or they use it for malware, for evil. And we feel left out, because it's like, it makes us want to try to go their ways, but then deep down we know it's not right, and I don't know. I hope there's some justice in the world. I really desire to see someone really come to the stage and bring about some change. Okay, I'm not hating on nobody. I'm sharing love. you know, and that's what I desire to see more of, because this has got to stop. This has got to end, you know. I feel like sometimes very alone, you know, very alone. But I know there's people out there, you know. It's just I pray for that connection. I am moving towards that connection. So, anyways, hope y'all enjoyed and can resonate with the message. You know, we have to be the change, I guess. We have to be the change, you know, like, we've got to be the change. But anyways, it's your boy Sky, broadcasting live. Peace.